All right, hello everybody. This is Timo from Padel FYI. I'm in a different place today because today I want to talk about a few stretches and some other ways to recuperate. So one of the areas of our body that Padel puts the most pressure on is our shoulder, and specifically our rotator cuff. So that's this series of muscles and ligaments here and then around the back. So we have the supraspinatus here and the subscapularis here that goes in between our backbone and our shoulder muscle. Helps keep everything in place, but as Padel has so many overhead shots, it can pinch nerves in between the bones and can put too much stress on some of the muscles. So I'm not a physical therapist, but I've spoken with a few and they've given me some exercises. So I've come up with, a list of about 6 different exercises. I recommend doing 3 sets of about 10 to 15 reps each. It's not as much of a quick exertion as much as it is stretching the muscle out while you build strength with it. 2 things that you'll need for these exercises: these little barbells and this band. I like the ones that have the handle on there because it helps me focus on holding my wrist in the right position. I use a softer one, so this is gold. I got it for Amazon for about €5. You can also use tighter ones. If I need more resistance, then I just wrap it around whatever for a longer time. I have it wrapped around the tree here, but I often do it in front of a door handle at home. Okay, so starting with the first one, I think this is the most important one for me. I call it the stuck elbow. So basically we want to glue our elbow to the side of our rib cage and then keep our wrist up, everything straight here, and then move it out. Ideally, it's the same height. And I'll do about 15. I'm going to take a step back for more resistance. Little break in between, and then the third set. I really try to focus on keeping it as slow as possible and making sure that your shoulder stays down, making sure that everything's straight here. You're not using your wrist at all. You really want to feel it through the top of your shoulder and in between your shoulder and your backbone. I'm moving my elbow, that's wrong. All right, I'm tired, I'm gonna take a break from that one. That's the one that I start with every time. I think it's the most important one. I like to stretch the opposite direction afterwards. I just do it on the one side for now. Really important to do it on both sides when you're doing this at home. Okay, so the next one I call the Gator Chomps. I grew up in a place with a lot of alligators in Louisiana. So there's a college football team where they're called the Gators, and they do this movement. So, okay, again, focus on keeping your shoulder down and your arm should be straight. And we just want to chomp without getting your head in the way of the band. Chomp down, bring it up as high as possible without having to bring up your shoulder or bend your elbow. Again, 10 to 15 reps, 3 sets. I want more resistance. Oh, okay. So laying down here, I hope the mic doesn't get messed up. So basically, keep your non-dominant arm back, or the second arm back, and this one straight, and you want to hold it like you're gripping something that way, not sideways. Set a timer for 1 minute. And hold it about this high. And keep your shoulder down. Holy hell. That one's really hard for me. Important thing is to try to, pull your shoulder down, and you should feel that right in here. Is that your deltoid maybe? All right. So this one I call starting the lawnmower. It's a very small movement, but you again want to feel it right there. There's this muscle, and just bring your shoulder down a little bit. I do this standing at home in front of a door. Okay, so I'm going to, kind of lean over and then just bring it back. Again, with the wrist up and just small movement, more slowly than I was doing before. This is kind of a preparation for the next one. I have allergies right now. Arm should be totally straight. I'll just do one set like that. And then the next one, you want to take the band fully off, and I'll show you that. So this one I call the dan-dan. Dan-dan's like the stick that's used to hold buckets in China. I used to live in China. It's named for some noodles there. So about a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and we're going to stretch it out, bring it above our head, keeping our elbows straight, and move it over our head without moving our shoulders, or as little as possible, moving our shoulders up. And so try to use those deltoids we were using in the last one to keep the shoulder down. As much as possible. Straight. Cool, I think that was around 12. You'll want weights for this. I like to use 5 kilos, but I don't have 5 kilo weights, so I use these 2 ones here. I can't do that many. Basically, we want to sit like this, unsupported. We're gonna put our elbow here, and we're gonna sit up straight as possible, and keep your wrist straight, focus on this, and then should go slower. Oh yeah, that's enough for me. Okay, cool. So the importance of these is to build strength here between your shoulder and your backbone, as well as up here. You should feel a little bit freer in your movements when you play. If you do these, I recommend like every other day. That's my physio recommended to me. If you've gotten this far, let me know how this video was. I think this is something kind of new that I'm testing out. Thanks so much, guys. This was really nice, and I hope it helped you.